hello people. How are we all? How are we? We have a very, very exciting evening of Premier League football. Nice Wednesday, 8 o'clock kickoff. What more could we ask for? I hope you're all doing really, 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 really well. We will get into lineups. Very interesting lineup actually from Manchester City. Obviously FA Cup final ahead of them on Saturday. Welcome in Gaz, welcome in Josh, welcome in Daniel, welcome in Danielle. Or Daniel again, sorry, another Daniel. Liam, welcome in. Liam is rooting for Palace tonight. Go on, Liam. Sean is in the chat as well. Welcome in, Sean. I hope you're all doing really, really well. Big lineup. Big Jezra as well. Welcome in, Jezra. Bit of a strange one. Bit of a strange one from Manchester City, but understandable, I guess. They have started their B team, in theory, because obviously they've got a big game on the weekend. FA Cup final against Chelsea. Just filmed a video about that, so keep an eye on the channel for that in the next coming days. Combined 11, just me talking Chelsea and Manchester City, and we'll be live on Saturday for that as well. So, lots to look forward to. Very good, thank you, Josh. Very, very good. But let's have a look at the lineups anyway. So Donnarumma starts in goal for City, so that's normal. No difference there. Donnarumma, Kusanov in right back apparently. That can't be right. Vardiol's probably going to be right back, surely. So back four of Kusanov, Gay, Vardiol, 8 Nori, Nunes and Bernardo Silva in the middle. So no changes there other than obviously Rodri is injured still, isn't he? Physical discomfort for Rodri. So Nunes in for Rodri again. Semenyo, Foden and Savinho. And Marmoush leads the line instead of Haaland. So obviously no Haaland. I'm sure he's probably just being rested for Saturday, and we'll probably see him at some point tonight if City can't get anything over the line. Without him, Phil Foden for City. So no Cherky. So Trafford on the bench, Diaz, John Stones, Nathan Ake, Reindeers, Ryan Cherky, Kovacic, Doku and Haaland. So no Haaland, Doku or Cherky, which is different from what we've seen in the last few games for City. They are obviously trying to rest their danger men. And like I said, I'm sure we will probably see them at some point tonight, especially if City struggle to get anything out of this B team. And I think they will struggle to get something out of this B team. I don't really hold much high hopes for Marmoush, Foden and Savinho, unless Semenyo can make the difference there. Alistair's in the chat as well. Welcome in, Alistair. Hope you're well. VX is in the chat. Welcome in, VX. Hope you're doing well. Hope your week's going well so far. Gino Green Day. Welcome in, Gino Green Day. Who do you prefer to win the league? It's difficult. I don't care who wins the league. If it's not Manchester United, I don't care who wins the league. I am not bothered, like I said, if Arsenal win it or if City win it. I find them both rivals. It's probably a little bit less painful if Arsenal win it because it's relevant, isn't it? It's like Arsenal are one of us. Arsenal aren't the City. Arsenal aren't the Liverpool. We're used to City winning the league. Obviously Liverpool having won it twice in the last few years as well. Arsenal's a little bit closer to home, isn't it? It's like Arsenal one of us, kind of, and they're gone to win the league now. So it's only really leaving Chelsea and United that aren't the successful teams in the top 6. Obviously Tottenham are top 5, I'm going to say, because Tottenham shouldn't even be in that conversation anymore. So it just leaves Chelsea and United then to be the ones left behind. So City winning it, Liverpool winning it, Arsenal winning it, all in the last however many years, really just hurts me that United are so far behind. But look, it doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't matter to me. At the end of the day, if United don't win it, I don't care who doesn't win it. The only thing I care about is that I want to be back in that conversation soon. Mike's in the chat as well. Lucky Singh is in the chat. It's good to see you all. It's good to see you all. But the Palace lineup, we've got Henderson, so Dino Hendo in goal, Lacroix, Lacroix. We'll say Lacroix. I usually say Lacroix. Richards and Canvot in back three for Palace. We've got Mitchell, Hughes, Lerma, Munoz in central midfield, like a 3-4-2-1 for Palace. Brennan Johnson, Pino and Mateta then in the attack for Palace. So I think so Adam Wharton on the bench for Palace. Is he coming back from Ismail Assar as well? What's going on? Why are they being rested? Why has Wharton and Ismail Assar been rested? And Strand Larsen? Anyone know? VX says, I just dread the online Arsenal fanatic fans who are going to be comparing this Arsenal to Prime United, Madrid, Barca and other clubs, all-time greats. The only thing that I'm enjoying about this is I'm not so much enjoying the Arsenal bottle. I'm enjoying that it's not... Arsenal have been top of the league for how long now? Since when? I seen a tweet about it earlier. They've been top of the league now for so long that I'm not enjoying Arsenal bottling it. I'm just enjoying something interesting. I'm just enjoying for it to be switched up a little bit. I can never sit here and say that I'm happy if City win the league, because City are a Manchester club and they are the more successful Manchester club at the moment. So I can never sit here and say I'm glad that City are doing better than United, because I think that is just rubbish. But it also hurts me to say that Arsenal are developing better than us as well. So, yeah. It's one of them ones, isn't it? It's like somebody walking up to you saying, look, you want me to slap your mum or your partner? And it's either way, it's not nice, is it? It's not a nice experience. It's not a nice experience. So, I'm going to put a couple of polls in the chat. I'm going to put a poll in about tonight's result. What did you think of the West Ham versus Arsenal call at the end, Hull and co? The Arsenal call, I think it was a foul on Raya. What I don't agree with is that there was numerous fouls in that box before Raya was fouled. So if you're going to give the foul to Raya, then I think you're going to have to give the foul. So I get it. Look, goal goes in. So start from the beginning. Corner comes in, goal goes in. Stop that. Stop there. Well, let's have a look. Let's call the goal off, because one, there's a foul on Raya, but, so we've confirmed, foul on Raya, no goal, but then we have to check the foul on the West Ham players before, because there's at least two in there that I think are more of a foul than the Raya foul. So yeah, Raya fouled, rule that out. Now they're going to do, they have to do what they always do, and then go, so say if there's an offside, or, no, offside's a bad example. So if there's a handball in the box, goal goes in, look, ruled out because of handball. Okay. But there was a penalty check before that. I think they should have honoured the penalty check before that. They should have checked the foul before, which there was a foul. They should have a look at that and go, well, if we're going to award this Raya one as a foul, then we've got to award the one before as a foul. And there was more than one foul in that box at that time. So completely agree, the Raya one was a foul, but what I don't agree is that it should not have just been left with that one. It should have been given the fouls on the West Ham players then before that. I don't know what you guys think about that. Welcome in, Ellen. Who thinks then? So I've got a poll out now anyway. Lucky Singh says Arsenal no fear mentality, stretching pitch as a Yoker Zubimendi proper players. Alistair says if Arsenal go silverless, do you think Arsenal should sack Arteta? I definitely wouldn't, as this is the one for best first job as a manager I've ever seen in the Prem. Look where Arsenal were before. Jezra says, should have been a pen or a retake on the corner. It was a mess. It was a mess. But do you know what, though, Jezra, on that point? It was a complete and utter mess. But that situation with corners and set pieces and whatever else in the box is a complete mess. And if you don't get a grip of that, as officials, if you don't get a grip of that throughout the season, then at the end of the season, when the difficult decisions have to be made, you've left yourself in a difficult position. You really have. They've left themselves in a really difficult position now. Because they've exposed themselves to start looking like idiots again. If they had just nipped this in the bud at the beginning of the season or throughout the season and just said, look, if you be too aggressive in the box like that, you're going to give away corners, you're going to disallow goals, you're going to do this, that and the other. Now they've left it all up to chance. Arsenal have gone through the whole season being aggressive in the box, and why should they change it now? How many goals have they scored? How many goals have they scored like that? How many times have they defended corners like that? Jezra says, it's a mess, but we have the technology to see the full context and then break it down. Completely agree, but if they haven't done that throughout the whole season, then they're not going to do it now, are they? Gaz reckons 1-1 draw tonight. 1-1 draw. What's happened to Ellen? Rory accidentally ripped off my whole real nail yesterday. Oh my word. Arsenal will beat Burnley, but I'm not sure about Palace. Let's have a look at what the next fixtures are. So, Arsenal have... Arsenal are playing Monday, Burnley. They're playing Monday at 8 o'clock. And then City are playing Bournemouth. Right. Right, we're ready to kick off here anyway. Palace are ready to get us underway. First half timer is ready. Ready. Who's ready for this then? 3 games City have left, don't they? Yeah, 3 games. Arsenal with 2 left. Palace ready to kick us off at the Etihad against Arsenal, City's B team. Come on, ref, not all about you. Here we go then, off we go. Yeah, so Arsenal have got 2 games left. City have got 3, so need to win tonight. Fair play to Arsenal, they've really put the pressure on them, haven't they? Just when everyone thought they were out. Yeah, imagine that, Josh. On that point, Jose Mourinho to Real Madrid, Xabi Alonso going to Chelsea, Areola might be replacing Glasner next season. Talk about manager merry-go-round, Silva could replace Mourinho at Benfica. Yeah, I can't believe that Jose Mourinho is doing a full circle back to Real Madrid. That's crazy. Surely, what are Madrid thinking? Why would they bring Mourinho back? Don't get me wrong, I know that there's not a lot of talent out there at the moment, is there? There's not a lot of managerial... there's just nobody that's really like... The only person that I'd be desperate for United to get is Luis Enrique. Apart from that, nobody is really... Yeah, I don't know. Nobody's really attractive to me right now. Palace with a bit of possession. Switch of play. Palace are in here. Mateta scores. Oh no! Cleared off the line. I thought that was in. Given the offside. They've given the offside anyway in the build-up. God knows what's going to happen. Welcome in, Kai. God knows, VX, what's going to happen with that situation. I can only imagine that is going to end badly. Mourinho at Madrid. In this current climate as well. How did Mateta not score that? I mean, I think it goes over the line, but I think they're offside in the build-up, Palace. Oh, of course. I don't blame Jose Mourinho for going back to Madrid. I mean, why wouldn't he? But I don't know what Madrid are thinking. Jose Mourinho is not going to bring them back to what they were. Or not going to bring them back to what they should be with the talent they've got in that squad. Jose Mourinho should be on his way to retirement. It will be funny. It will be funny. You are right, VX. It will be funny. Bernardo Silva for City into Kusanov. Kusanov finds Nunes. Nunes just passes it out for a Palace throw-in. Welcome in, Rashad. Good to see you in the chat, Rashad. It's been a while. Been a while, my friend. New camera, Holly, or new lighting? New lighting, I think. I've got some little bit of natural lighting. Is it annoying, or should I shut it? I can shut the blind if that would help. Bernardo. Gay. Oh, Rashad was busy because he got married. Go on, Rashad. Go on, Rashad. Congratulations, Rashad. I hope it's all going very well. Josh with the super chat. Thank you so much, Josh. Josh says, hoping for a draw tonight. Can't stand either team. Hope your finger gets better soon, Ellen. Be thinking of you. Big hugs. If new, like and subscribe. Bloody top man you are, Josh. Top man. Thank you so much for that, Josh. Always grateful for your support towards the channel. Semenyo for City. Mitchell goes out for a City throw-in. Lighting feels fresh. Nah, crispy. Too many egos in Madrid. Hard to fix, says Jezra. Phil Foden gives away a throw-in for Palace. Another throw-in. Welcome in, Fishface. Can't believe we're watching Turkey. Haaland and Doku all on the bench. Bernardo finds Vardiol. I think Kusanov is on the right. No, he's not. Vardiol's gone on an adventure now. God knows what Pep's doing. Pep is he makes his own rules, doesn't he? Nunes, Savinho. Nunes tries a cross, blocked. That'll go out for a corner, surely. Who would you take from Palace? Wharton, probably. Who would you take, the X? Oh! These are appealing for handball here, but I don't think his hand is in an unnatural position. Cavot. Corner for City. Foden stands over it. Good delivery here from Foden. It needs to be anyway. Corner comes in. Ooh, almost looked like Gabe was going to get his head on that. Vardiol can't get it under control in the box. Only cleared as far as Bernardo Silva. Cross comes in again. Headed away by Palace. Ooh, Mateta. Do very well to get out there, Palace. Very well. Mitchell now attacks for Palace. And that kind of breaks down. All the City players are back to defend. But Palace will just keep control of the ball. Are you happy with Carrick taking the job? Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with Carrick taking the job. I think it's the right thing to do, isn't it? You can't take away from him what he's achieved this season. Thanks for that, Gaz. Gaz says smash a like on the video for Holly. Well in, Gaz. VX said, I would have said Gay, but I don't think Mateta is a bad backup striker. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Crispy says, Holly, will you be continuing your series next season, Football Below? Yes, Crispy, I will. Yes. Oh, unlucky. Ain't Nori there. Tries a mazy little run through the box, but dispossessed by Palace. It'd be another corner for City. Welcome in, Adrian. Hope you're well. Welcome in, Babsar. Bernardo stands over the corner for City. Rashad says, don't you think we're doing the same mistake as we did with Ole? Not necessarily. I think you can't tarnish Carrick with Ole's brush. They're two completely different people, and I always say it doesn't necessarily matter whether you think Carrick can win Manchester United trophies right now, because we're not in a position to win trophy. We're not in a position to win the league right now. We're in a position that we need to build United back up to contend for league titles and Champions League. But what's the point in bringing a manager in that's going to get us over the line when we can bring a manager in that could potentially build us back to get us over the line? And if he's the person to then get us over the line, then brilliant. But if he's not, then we'll move on. It's like me now. If I go out and get a sports car tomorrow, that's brilliant. I've got a sports car. Brilliant. I can't afford to fuel it. I can't afford to service it. What's the point? Don't get yourself a sports car till you can afford to keep a sports car. Carrick, the players play for Carrick. The manager the board back Carrick. They don't give a shit about the board anyway, but the fans like Carrick. Carrick knows his way around Old Trafford. He knows what it means to play for United. The players want to play for him. He has fixed a lot of the issues that we were suffering in short term. Exactly, Fishface. Rashad says, but it hurts us to see Liverpool winning the league last season and Arsenal winning it this season, and they're in the Champions League final. So would you be happy with Carrick? Yeah, I'm happy with Carrick as a right now option. I think he's done really well since he's come in. He's fixed a lot of issues. Don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of issues that I think we have, but I don't see why we shouldn't give him the chance. And Rashad, look, Liverpool are a perfect example of not... Liverpool won a league last season. Completely understand that. Liverpool were built up by Klopp. Liverpool won the league with a team that Klopp built up. Liverpool have won the league with a manager that the fans don't believe in, that the players don't seem to believe in. So what's the point? If Liverpool have won a league last season and they're not completely happy with the manager, then that just shows that we should wait for the right manager to come in, let them build us up to a point where we can either, like I said, get us over the line, or we'll bring somebody in to get us over the line. But there is no point us talking about winning titles, this, that and the other right now, when we're not in a position to do that as a club, let alone for a manager to come in and do that on his own. VX with the £2 super chat. Thank you so much, VX. You're a legend. If Carrick keeps Champions League next season, I'm good, says VX. But that's what we've got to do. I know it sounds difficult, don't get me wrong. I know it sounds rough that we're going to bring a manager in that isn't probably next season going to win us a title. But you have to be realistic with it. You have to be. I would love to sit here and say that Manchester United are going to win the league next season. But we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We've done very, very well this season under Carrick. Palace, shot on goal, blocked. Corner kick, I'd imagine. Got to be a corner, that. That's either a really terrible miss or it's got to be a corner. Alistair says, in defence, why would we risk bringing in another manager and change what so far has been working? Like you said, Holly, what quality manager do you think is out there that United can get? That's the issue. That is the issue. We've got a manager currently, so far, that's come in and he's done a really good job. Yes, it might bring them back to a little bit of PTSD with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came in and did really well for a period of time, and then it dropped off. But we've got to just take where we are right now, and Carrick has come in and done a really good job. Carrick has come in and changed things and got more out of the players. I'd rather put something into a manager that has proven anything instead of nothing. Where do you think Liverpool and Chelsea will finish next season? I think Liverpool and Chelsea, will be similar to where they are this season, next season. Like, if you ask me, I know Liverpool won a league last season. Consistent Champions League is important, then you build on that. Exactly, Gravemind, exactly. That's what we need to worry about most. And like I was saying, it's scary to sit here and say next season we probably won't be competing for Champions. It's great to be in Champions League football, and ultimately the goal when you're in Champions League football is to win the Champions League. Of course it is. Of course that's the goal. But we need to build to compete into that first. You don't just get back into the Champions League and then you win it straight away. It's not the case. It's not the case at all. As sad as that is, it's not the case, and I'd be surprised if we did that. But we also need to be very realistic that we need a manager that can, one, attract players to come back to the club, and to do so you need to be in Champions League consistently. Don't forget that a big part of Manchester United is the business side of things, and you build that by showing that you can be in the Champions League season in, season out, and you can get to late stages of the Cup. We were first rounded out of everything this season with that manager, with Ruben Amorim. We need to appreciate what Carrick has actually done and just build from that and back him. You can't. I fear that we can't say that the wrong man has been given the wrong opportunity here. Alistair says, is it too insane to say that under the current Chelsea ownership they might trickle down and be in Tottenham's position right now in a couple seasons down the line? Never impossible. Never impossible, Alistair. Tottenham have proven that, haven't they? That under bad ownership, anything can happen. It doesn't necessarily matter what players you have. It doesn't necessarily matter what manager you have. Under terrible, terrible ownership, you can risk it all. You can be down there. Do you guys think that Chelsea will lose any big players this season? I think they'll hang on to them for a little bit longer. I think the likes of Cole Palmer, I think he's not going anywhere just yet. I'm not sure how long it will be before their interest starts to turn, because I can't help but think that Chelsea, I don't know, I might be completely wrong, but is there a sense of loyalty at Chelsea currently? Is there any players there that you think, apart from like Reece James, Cucurella, Caicedo, I think is a loyal player. Is there anyone big that you think would be able to move? Enzo probably, says VX. United will finish 9th next season. Thanks, Vic. How do you think Spurs will do next season, Holly? Under De Zerbi, I think Spurs will do better next season. Not massive amounts better, but I think they will be better next season, surely. I do like De Zerbi. I wouldn't want him in charge of United, but I do think he's a good manager. P says, we don't have any big players except CP. João Pedro, P. 81% possession so far. 1-0 up. Vic says, defended by Hughes. Well defended there by Palace. Only as far as Kusanov, he shoots. Why does he always shoot? I think Spurs will go down this season, says Rashad. I don't know. Spurs have got the more difficult games, to be fair. They've got Chelsea to play and they've got Everton to play, haven't they? Very difficult. Very difficult. Iana says, I have to remind myself I want Arsenal to bottle it. That means I need City to win a game. so I have to not get excited when Palace keep breaking and getting chances. Palace have been good on the break, to be fair. If we're calling Pedro a big player, then the game is so gone. How long will Cole Palmer wait? How long will Enzo Fernandez wait? I don't think they'll wait very long. Chelsea a difficult fixture. Yeah, but Chelsea compared to Tottenham, Chelsea is still probably a better team than Tottenham. Where's Delap going to go, Fishface? Where is Delap going to go? He's going to have to go to Barca or Madrid or somewhere. Gutted for him. Boring game so far. City very much in control. Palace have done okay on the break, to be fair, but... What, you think Enzo will leave this summer? If Pep leaves City, I really believe it's our chance to win the league next season. Delap, I can see at Everton. Chelsea have a young Argentine winger if anyone's interested. Grave Mind says Delap ain't going to any big club. He is shit and couldn't hit a barn door. Grave Mind, how dare you say that in this chat? Fishface is going to be outraged. How dare you, Grave Mind? That's Fishface's love child. Subject 49. Yeah, to be fair, Delap, Mbappe, I'm going Delap. Ain't Nori shoots. Oh, just wide. Good shot though. Good shot there from Ain't Nori. City, to be fair, they're so prolific with their wing backs, aren't they? With their full backs. Fishface, close your ears, pal. Or shut your eyes. Is he only on loan? Is Delap on loan? No. Delap's not on loan, is he? No, sadly not Rashad. Oh, that's a foul. Ain't Nori fouls. Ain't Nori fouls LaCroix. Yeah, to be fair, yeah, Josh is completely right. Garnacho, Yamal. I'm picking Garnacho. I like that you just don't know what he's going to do. He's on the edge of the box. You don't know whether he's going to shoot, turn, or just an own goal. It's out of somewhere. Is Onana still coming back? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it, BX. I don't think he's in any part of Manchester United's plans for next season. What did you have for dinner, says Rashad? I had spaghetti and meatballs, and it was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. What did you guys have for dinner? Who's gonna you got everyone put their dinner in, and I'll decide who had the best dinner. Semenyo can't get there, goes out for a goal kick. Can you cook rice? Maybe, Jezra. Depends what day of the week it is. Oh, Gaz had shepherd's pie. That's a contender, Gaz. Mike had bolognese skeleton. What is bolognese skeleton? P had bangers and mash. That's a contender. Rashad had chicken wraps with hummus. Ellen had garlic bread, hot honey smash burgers, and homemade chips. Ooh, that Garlic bread, hot honey, smashed burgers, and homemade chips. Oh, stop it. Josh had spaghetti bolognese with garlic bread and a bit of kebab meat. Go on, Josh. VX said homemade egg fried rice and quiche. Healthy, VX, healthy. It's not even lunchtime where Alistair's at. Mateta's offside for Palace. Chicken stew, says Stuart. Skeleton. Some very, very nice ones there. So far, I think Ellen's got to win that. Ellen's got to win. P, you're coming in. You're coming in close, though. You're coming in close. Ellen, you better not be lying about that dinner. So I know that's something you would do. You'd have a microwave meal and then lie about what you've had. Pork chops. Sausage rolls with a chicken sub. Oh, that sounds nice, crispy. Endo goes long for Palace. One back by Foden though, only as far as Hughes. And Hughes wins the foul for Palace. When is Madrid having its next big UFC fight? Well, when Jose gets in there, I'd imagine Gravemind. Who even uses the microwave? I use it for popcorn. We used it last night for popcorn and minstrels. Have any of you ever had warm and hot popcorn, put minstrels over it, and the minstrels stay intact on the outside, and then they melt on the inside, and then you eat the minstrels with the popcorn? Oh my lord. You're welcome. Top tip. You're welcome. Boring game so far, 24 minutes in. Boring! I saw that the VAR audio's out for that West Ham goal. I must have a look at that after the game, actually. I wonder why they didn't look into any other foul. Poppy and Choc. Poppy and Choc is top tier. Throw in for City. If you could have one USA food brought over to the UK, what would it be? I want to try In-N-Out burger. Does that count? Yeah, that would count, wouldn't it? Have you ever tried? Have you had that, Alistair? Has anyone ever had that in the chat? Somebody tell me what it's like. Nunez for City. Tried to find Foden. Foden wins the ball back for City. Well done. Be safe, Mike. Looks like Beth Mead wants to go to City, doesn't it? Raising Cane's, yeah, I've heard about that. I tried ranch at Wingstop the other day for the first time and I liked it. Which is a relief, because everyone kept banging on about how good ranch was at Wingstop. Ball over the top towards Mateta. He can't get the flick on it. Cut out by Kusanov. Into Nunez. Finds Foden. Savinho. KFC tonight. Go on, Sean. Go on, Sean. I rate that, Sean. And that Europa League final mess, whatever that was. Don't bring that up again, Alistair. Goodness me. Speaking of Europa League final, Brennan Johnson's on my screen. Foden. Can't believe how boring this game is so far. Yeah, so it looks like Vardiol's gone left back and Ait Nouri is like central midfield Savinho. Vardiol finds Ait Nouri. Gay into Bernardo Silva. Good ball into Marmoush. That's cut out though by Palace. Bernardo drives forward again for City. Nice ball into Nunez. He goes down on the edge of the box. Referee waves it on. Bit of afters there as well. What's your KFC order, Holly? I like the tower burgers with the hash browns in them. Ideally, I love the mini fillet strips, and I like the tower burgers. So I'd like maybe like one fillet tower burger with cheese, and then like 3 or 4 strips maybe and some chips. That would be my ideal. But I also love the chicken breasts. So it's hard. It's hard. Yes, there will be World Cup watch-alongs, Rashad. Don't you worry. City are awful, says Barat. Palace can be tricky when they turn up, says VX. Nice ball forward. Oh, Semenyo can't get there. Henderson will come out and collect that. Ball forward from Savinho towards Semenyo. No, I'm not Eva Ellen. I think the KFC gravy is overrated. Foden. Nice little ball into Nunez. Nunez now knocks the ball in front of him. Bit of space to drive into. Back to Foden. Foden's got to express himself here. Right now, do you guys think Foden should be picked for the World Cup? Because I don't. I think he will be picked, but I don't think he should be picked. No gym yet, Alistair. I'm going to soon though. Semenyo takes it down in the box. A nice little touch. Back to Ait Nouri. Into Gay. Gay with a cross. That's not going to go very far. Cut out by Palace. Foden, his pants not been good for 2 years. He wasn't good. He wasn't good for us in the Euros either. Oh, nice little knock through, Semenyo! Just as we're talking about Phil Foden, he has back-heeled Semenyo the ball, and Semenyo slots it in the bottom corner. Oh, I'm sorry, Phil. I'm sorry, Phil. Just said I don't think he's good enough to make the World Cup squad this year, and just like that, he absolutely humbles me with a back heel into Semenyo. Brilliant goal. Great finish from Semenyo. Great finish across the goal like that. Really good. Really good. And lovely assist from Foden. Lovely. Sorry, Foden. Sorry, Phil. Look at this. Look. Bernardo. Into Nunez. Nice into Foden. Doesn't even need to look. What a goal. What a goal. Wow. He doesn't even look. That's incredible from Foden. Sorry, Phil. Sorry, Phil, my mate. Great finish from Semenyo. Now that is knowing where the goal is. That is knowing where the goal is. I'm watching on Sky, Choppy. That is knowing where the goal is. Phil Foden's buzzing with that as well. He's going, have that, Holly, and your chat. Some of your chat. Palace! Oh, good save by Donnarumma. Mitchell there with a shot. Mitchell, it's a bit of a shite shot, if I'm honest. It was a bit of a shite shot. Mateta does really well. Great ball into Mitchell. And he just, I don't know, he doesn't really get much conviction on it. He lets it run across his body, and I think you lose a bit of control when you do that, don't you? Oh, looks like you lost some weight, Holly. Do you know what, Rashad? You're not the first person that said that to me. I'll take that. I'll take that. Somebody else said that to me today. We'll take that as a win, shall we? Bernardo into Foden. Foden loses it to Hughes. Oh, referee gives a foul. Don't know about that, ref. I don't know about that. Iana's not happy. City have scored. On the other hand, City scored. City go within 2 points of Arsenal now. What is that Pep always spits out of his mouth? Gay, ain't Nori. Headed away by Mitchell. Good football from Palace. They've not been bad, Palace, to be fair. Hughes now in a good area. Good feet. Tries the Trivela. And they're offside. Weird from Hughes, that. Weird from Hughes. Bernardo's been great for City so far this game. Bernardo's been great for City so far this season. Sean says, guys have fast food all the time. Oh, Sean, it's not easy, is it? It's not easy. I know exactly how you feel, pal. It's not easy. You feel like rubbish, but you just love it. I just love it. I just love fast food. It just tastes so nice. If healthy food tasted as nice as fast food, I would be skinny. Mike snack with 3 biscuits and a Cadbury's choc. Go on, Mike. Another foul for City. Gay fouled by Brennan Johnson. Vardiol. Good ball into Aït-Nouri. Aït-Nouri tries to nutmeg. Doesn't work though. Hughes does well towards Mateta. Nice turn on the ball there from Mateta. Forces the foul out of Gay. Fast food in this economy is killer. You only live once, they say. Says Alistair. Yeah, but it just won't be very long, will it, Alistair? If I always eat fast food. I've started some new... well, I haven't started some new. I've got some new face creams and they're making me feel better. Savinho, good space for City, finds Marmouche. Oh, Marmouche, put your foot through it, man. Was he dilly-dallying in the box for? Put your foot through it. Would you rather City or Arsenal to win the league? I really don't care. I really don't care. I'd rather United win the league. I couldn't care less who wins it if it's not United. I think the only thing, we're used to City winning the league, aren't we? So it's a little bit out of the ordinary for Arsenal to win it, so it might hurt a little bit more. Vardiol, headers across goal. Cut out by Palace. Kusanov does really well. All the way back to Foden, and City are in control again. Oh, someone's Holly got me for Christmas, P. I don't know what they're called. They're called Bubble or something. I got a Sarah V eye cream, and that's really good. Because I was getting wrinkles under the eye. Is anyone else getting wrinkles? Semenyo. Back to Gay. Who's winning the World Cup? Ooh. United Mandem, welcoming you. Who will win the World Cup? I imagine France, maybe? That team France have are ridiculous. The trouble France might have is they might have too many big players in the team. Too many big players. And it might be hard to balance that out. Because who do you even pick? That's the issue. Who do you pick? Wrinkles from smiling. I'm going to start wearing some more. I'm going to start wearing sunglasses more often as well, I've decided. Because I'm always like this. Oh, sorry, that's horrible. I should never pull that face again, should I? I'll never pull that face again. I'm always squinting. And squinting gives you wrinkles. So I'm going to do eye cream, I'm going to do face cream, and I'm going to do sunglasses. And you heard it here first, I'm doing it. General Mbappe picks the squad, says Gravemind. Sorry, Ellen. Jump scare. Warning, jump scare. Kusanov. Do you know what? Kusanov is... When we first watched Kusanov, I may have laughed. Foden, second assist of the game. Oh, Marmouche! Foden's second assist of the game. I said, why is Foden playing? I said, why is Foden playing? And that's why Foden's playing. I doubted him. I doubted Foden, and fair play, he's humbled me. What a brilliant assist again for Foden. 2 goals, 2 assists for Foden. Incredible. And a great finish by Marmouche as well. Great finish. Ratcliffe has loads of wrinkles, says Gaz. Gaz! You made me laugh. 2-0 to City. Game's over, says Alistair. Can't stand City, says Ellen. Great finish, though. Great little ball from Phil Foden as well. Look at that. The way he sucks that out of the air in the box. Beautiful. Oh, it's lovely. Marmouche has a lot to do as well, by the way. A lot to do. Look at that from Foden. The awareness around him to be able to just touch it down like that. And Marmouche on a turn shoots and passes through 4 Palace players. Henderson and 3 defenders. And finds the goal. Phil really has. He's humbled us. I apologise, VX. I have jinxed Phil Foden. I've jinxed Phil Foden. And I jinxed Marmouche as well. Rashad says Mercedes or BMW. Oh, BMW. Marmouche doesn't get enough game time. Yeah, but come on. I know it is a shame, Josh. It is a shame, but he's got bloody... He's fighting Haaland for a place. City have been picked apart here. Not City, Palace. Sorry. Great finish from Marmouche, great. Oh, well in, Sean. Sean says, Holly, I don't gain any weight. Well in, Sean. I'm pleased for you, Sean. I wish I could say the same. That face is going on the thumbnail. Don't you be nasty, Alistair. Who do you think is the best replacement for Casemiro? Best replacement for Casemiro. I need your guys' advice, right? Because City corner. I need your guys' advice because obviously I think Manchester United they admire Elliot Anderson, and I get Vardy, great save. Henderson comes back in, headed away, only as far as Foden. He takes it down. Bernardo, shot. Ooh, not far away, not far away. Great football though from City. See, what I need your advice on is that obviously Manchester United are interested in Elliot Anderson, and I completely get why, because he's a great player. But he has said that he'd prefer to go to City. So now I'm put off. And United are still trying to get him. And I get that they're still trying to get him. And a lot of people say you got to put your feelings aside. Because he has said he'd prefer City. But it just gives me a bit of taste in my mouth. I can't help but think, well, piss off then. Piss off, you little prat. Piss off to City then. But maybe I shouldn't behave like that because he's a great player. And if we can change his mind, then brilliant. But City are... This is beautiful football. This is beautiful football from City. Maybe I shouldn't be stubborn and just try and let United get him. Yeah, I saw that, Barat. I'm not completely convinced by that signing. I think he could be a good player, but he's not I don't think he's ready to fully replace Casemiro there and then, is he? Palace here looking to break on the counter. And snuffed out there by Nunez. Nori loses it. Oh, no one's there though from Palace to capitalise. Brennan Johnson knew he was offside and still tried to attempt to get the ball anyway. I don't know a lot about Ederson, but I don't know if he's ready to come and slot in that position on his own. What a lovely flick from Phil Foden for that first goal. LaCroix has no clue where to go or what to do. Did anyone see Mateus Fernandez's miss on the weekend though? I watched that and I thought, get that out. I don't want that anywhere near. How on earth did he go straight at Raya? How on earth did he shoot straight at Raya? How? He had the whole goal to aim at and he just put it straight at Raya. Semenyo, great header down to Nunez. Savinho. Gives it away for City. But City's press is relentless. Absolutely relentless, City's press. To be 2-0 up, a minute, not even 20 seconds away from half time, you're 2-0 up and you're still chasing the game like City are right now. That is how you get within 2 points of a title with 2 games to go. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Nori with handball. He definitely should have scored VX, definitely. Yeah, maybe Gravemind. Gravemind says Fernandez wants West Ham relegated so he can get that move, so missed on purpose. Maybe. But then, did you not see that? I saw he said he would be open to coming to United. Open to coming to United? Sorry. Open to? Well, sorry, but you can stay there then. You can stay there then. If you're going to be open to it, I'd be chomping at the bit. Half time anyway. Half time, City 2, Crystal Palace 0. Who expected anything differently? Did you guys expect any differently? Let's get another poll in anyway, because I want to see who you guys think will win the league. Right, another poll. Get your votes in. Who's going to win the league? Alright, here we go. Who's going to win the league? Barat doesn't want Baleba. Anyone want Chouameni? There's a few names lingering around, isn't there? Apparently, Lewandowski has been offered to Manchester United. He wants a 1-year contract with £175,000 a week. Bloody hell. Is it true that Mbappe and Vinny don't like each other? City got to go for the goal difference. Scary that they've got Haaland, Cherki and Doku on the bench as well, isn't it? It is scary. Not Siri, scary iPad. Come on, stay in your lane. Gravemind says, I don't like Baleba. He has all the signs of being subpar. Subpar. That sounds like a golf saying, doesn't it? Subpar. I don't think we'll get Baleba, especially if Villa win Europa League and Sixth gets Champions League spot. Valverde, says Rashad. I don't think Valverde... Surely Real Madrid wouldn't get rid of Valverde. Valverde's incredible. Me too, P. I wish that was my wage as well. 50, that's crazy, you know. So there's 2 games left in the Premier League. Please, guys, 30 viewers we've got in the chat, in the stream as it is. Vote in the poll. I've got 16 votes so far. Vote in the poll who you think will win the league this season. So far we've got 56% of you think that City will win the league. And that's incredible considering there are 2 games left. That's it. 2 games left. And Arsenal are playing... let's see who Arsenal have got next. Arsenal got Burnley next and Palace. So Burnley is confirmed. Surely Arsenal will beat Burnley on Monday. And then Palace, if they're playing anything like they are tonight, will be a difficult game but should be winnable. It's so annoying because we could literally do... So we're doing a watch-along Saturday. So here's the watch-alongs we're doing next week. We're doing a watch-along Saturday for the FA Cup final. Watch-along Sunday for United. Right now, nothing in for Monday. Got Chelsea. We're doing Chelsea and Tottenham on Tuesday. So keep that free. Europa League final on Wednesday. We're doing that. We're doing Manchester United on Sunday the 24th as well, and then we've got Champions League final on the 30th. So we've got lots of watch-alongs for you to pencil in. Lots of watch-alongs. All it takes is a draw. Very true, VX. Very true. Very, very true. Arsenal will beat both, says Gaz. We've got lots of watch-alongs coming up, so make sure you guys are penciling them in. Iana says yes, because history says Arsenal bottle titles. See, it's gone to 52% now that Arsenal are going to win the league. So Arsenal, City have... Right, so we've got... Arsenal have Burnley and Palace left. City have Bournemouth next Tuesday. And then it will go down to the last day, won't it? Because City are going to beat Bournemouth on Tuesday. Arsenal are going to beat Burnley on Monday. So it's going to go down to the last day. So we have a lot to look forward to on that last day, don't we? So while we're watching United on the last day of the season, we've got to keep an eye out for that as well. What is also interesting is that Tottenham are currently 2 points ahead of West Ham, but Tottenham have Chelsea to play, which I think Chelsea got to win that, surely, and Everton to play, and Everton are away from home, which is incredibly difficult for Tottenham to beat Everton. Everton away from home are a different kettle of fish. So I think Chelsea will beat Tottenham, and then I think Everton might even get a point out of something then. And who do West Ham have? Oh, it's so interesting. It's so interesting. We really are in luck. We're in luck. We're in luck. West Ham have Newcastle and Leeds. So Newcastle, nothing to play for. You never know. You never know. They'll get chances. And West Ham against Leeds, I think that's winnable. I think West Ham could win that. Ooh, Barat doesn't give Chelsea much chance on Saturday. No. So Saturday, no, I wouldn't give Chelsea much chance. But Tuesday, I would give Chelsea a bit of chance. Against Tottenham, I think Chelsea should win that game against Tottenham. Chelsea fans in the chat, am I right? You should be winning this on Tuesday against Tottenham. You can help put Tottenham down. Mission accepted or not? It's probably going to be West Ham that go down, says Gaz. Is that mission accepted, Chelsea supporters? Can you put Tottenham down? Wouldn't it just be funny if Newcastle and Leeds just throw it away? Just to make the country happy. Josh thinks it's going to go down to goal difference with Tottenham and West Ham. Let's have a look at the goal difference. If it does go down to goal difference, West Ham are Tottenham are -9 goal difference and West Ham are -20. So West Ham are cooked. If they let it go down to goal difference, they're cooked. No chance for West Ham if they let it go down to goal difference. It's sad though. It is sad. Spurs are staying up, says Jezra. We're winning the cup and beating Spurs at the bridge, up the Chelsea. Go on, Fishface. I like it, Fishface. So, we're ending the poll there then. 54% of you think Arsenal will win the league and 46% of you think that City will win the league. I have to admit, right, I've always said it. I think Arsenal will win the league. And it's a scary thought. It is a scary thought. And look, I know it might feel like uncharted territory and it might feel rubbish. And it does feel rubbish for me as a Manchester United fan. Not because Chelsea, not because, sorry, not Chelsea, when we're talking about Chelsea. Not because City are going to would win the league on the other hand. I don't care. I don't particularly know any City fans. I don't care if City win the league. But it hurts me that Arsenal are going to win the league, and it might feel scary to some of us. But this just shows that we shouldn't take away from Arsenal fans that are going to win the league, okay? Or City fans that may win the league. This just shows that our club is not where it should be, and this should give our club the push that it needs to show that you don't need to pump the club with billions and billions and billions. Look at Liverpool this season. 500 million they spent in the summer. All you need to do is be patient and stick by someone. They've stuck by Arteta through ups and downs. When some people thought he wasn't the man, some people thought he was the man. And very little people at some point thought that he was the man to carry on. Second again, ole, whatever, this, that and the other. But it just goes to show that patience is a virtue. Okay? Because the chances are they're probably going to win the league, and they deserve to win the league. They have been the most consistent team for the most consistent amount of time. And they've built up and built up and built up and built up and built up until they were at the point where they could get it over the line. So, yeah, it feels rubbish. Completely get it. I feel rubbish as well. But credit where credit's due. Arsenal have potentially got it over the line. Potentially got it over the line. Let's end that poll there. Let's send that poll there, and we'll go into the final match of the final Premier League weekend, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Capital Beat says Arsenal bottling it is more interesting, especially if they lose the Champions League final. And I'm not saying, right. Let me level with you guys. Look, I'm human. If Arsenal do bottle it, it's funny, okay? It's funny. They were going to win the quadruple. They now could win the double. And it's a very serious thing that it could win the double. And fair play. I would dream of my club being this close to a Champions League final, or in a Champions League final, and this close to winning the league as well, and winning the double. Because that is a massive achievement, and take nothing away from Arsenal. Fair play. You've done very well to get in there. But I'm also human in the respect of if, and it is a very real possibility too, that they could lose or draw one of the next 2 games in the Premier League. And they're also playing, I think, the best team in the world right now. So it's very possible that they could come out of this season with nothing. See? Nothing. And then, is that funny as a neutral for football? Yes. Is it funny, though, for Arsenal that the team I support were awful, and still are compared to Arsenal, that Chelsea are shite, Spurs are shite, City losing some good players, manager doesn't know whether he's going to stay another season. They're still above us. They're still above us. Dixie says Arsenal to win the Champions League. Let's go. Ellen says I wouldn't even call it Arsenal not winning the league. I wouldn't even call Arsenal not winning the league bottling it. If we're thinking like that, everyone but the team who wins the league bottled it. Arsenal just bottled it last. I think though, Ellen, the difference is you had it so in your hand. It was yours to lose. And obviously it's always somebody's to lose. But with the amount of points you had and games in hand at one point as well, I think it probably would be classed as bottling. But it's a very difficult thing to do. It's a very difficult thing to do. Winning the league is a very difficult thing to do. Let's look. I want to look at '25-26 season. I'm just touchy. I'm not hating on Arsenal. Dixie, I promise you I'm not hating on Arsenal. Chat, back me up, because I've literally been saying nice things about Arsenal for however long. What would be funnier as a neutral, Holly? Arsenal bottling the league or Spurs going down? Definitely Spurs going down. If I could choose Arsenal to lose the league and the Champions League, that's tough actually, because the double's a big deal. Why should I sit here though and prey on the downfall of other teams because my team's not good enough? Do you know what I mean? I feel that's a bit of an injustice for me to sit here and go, I'd rather City not win the league and the Champions League just because my club can't. Do you know what I mean? That don't sit right with me. That don't sit right with me. Foden about to get us underway here in the second half at the Etihad. Well, MP, you tell him. Dixie's here trying to bloody stir me up again, isn't he? Off we go anyway. Second half of football here at the Etihad. Can City keep as much control over this second half as they did the first half? Coasted through there on Palace. Coasted through. Kusanov with a ball forward towards Marmoush. Headed away though by Richards. Bernardo back to Gay. Into Kusanov. You must be pleased with this so far, Vic, if you're in the chat. This is a very, very controlled performance from City. I'd be pleased with this. Having your best players on the bench as well. They've just been in complete and utter control. They don't even look like they've come out of third gear. Aït-Nouri's fouled. Would you rate Gay since he's gone to City? Not particularly. Not particularly, VX. I think Gay's a good player, don't get me wrong, but I don't think Gay is anywhere near the levels of like Gabriel, Saliba. I think Kusanov is better than Gay right now. I don't think Gay is going to be... Yeah, exactly. Capital Beat says, you should be hating on Arsenal. Their success makes us look very bad. Everyone else hates on us because we have more titles. Yeah, I get you. But I can't sit and hate on a team because my team's not good enough. Because it just makes me look... It makes everything look worse from our point of view. Just imagine Arsenal 0-0 Burnley. Imagine that, Dixie. Pep Guardiola never gone successive seasons without winning a title. Come on, you Irons. That is very possible. Very possible that Arsenal could drop points against Burnley. Very unlikely, but very possible still. Anything's possible. Fishface says, I still think there's one more twist in the title. The pressure on Arsenal is crazy. I just think, though, with every game that they play, Fishface, with every win that they get, their belief just gets a little bit more. And it's different, isn't it, knowing that you've got 2 games left. Like, 2 games in the Premier League left. That's it. It just seems like their belief has just stepped up a notch, don't you think? Like, they can see the finish line now. They could never see it before. Ball forward by Nunez. Marmoush can't get there in quick enough though. Vardio lets it go over his head. Gay must have shouted for it. Bit of a strange team from Palace though. I'm surprised that they've not played Wharton or Ismail Assar. Yeah, see, I was just about to say that, VX. It's a great point. VX says, would City risk winning the league if it meant Pep leaves at the end? I feel like if Pep was to win the league, it could be the last season for Pep. But then again, he doesn't seem like the type of manager that wouldn't complete his whole contract, would he? Lewis says he hopes Pep leaves. Corner comes in for City. Aït-Nouri with the corner. In towards Semenyo, headed away by Palace. Foden does well to get his body in the way there to shield Palace from breaking. All the way back to Donnarumma. Into Kusanov. Arsenal 0-5 Burnley, says Iana. Alonso to City if Pep leaves. They want Maresca, don't they? Maresca is who City wants. How do Chelsea fans feel about that? The manager that left your club at the beginning of the season, or this season at some point, is now wanted by City to replace one of the best managers the Premier League's ever had. Bernardo into Foden, back to Kusanov. Nunes. I think we'll see Doku soon. Doku will be chomping at the bit to get on here. Ooh, late one there. Late one there by Mitchell. Vardiol boots it out. The Everton game is the game that City lost the title. It is, Gaz. It is. Barry wins Arsenal the league. Barry, what have you done, pal? What have you done, pal? Night, Mike. Barry, what have you done, pal? Barry. Bernardo just pumps the ball forward for City. Semenyo can't get there. All the way back to Dean Henderson. Arsenal doing the double is crazy. It is a huge achievement if Arsenal do the double. Very, very difficult, but still very achievable. Very achievable. Probably, Mark says, say it might be the first time ever more people who have Sky Sports are watching the Hearts game over the City game. Night, Ellen. But you probably would, wouldn't you? This game's won, isn't it? City, I very much doubt City will drop this now. Especially Palace they're not even interested to get the big boys on the pitch. This is very much in control for City. So you probably would put the Hearts game on. Palace happy to just keep the ball for now. I used to, VX. I don't anymore. I used to. Hughes, good ball. Blocked by Kusanov. Foden now with a long ball into Marmoush. Dean Henderson reads that well. Comes out early. Imagine if Palace found a way back and won. Did I can't remember whether when City played Everton the other day, did they go 1-0 down? I can't remember whether City went 1-0 down. Or did they go 1-0 up and then did Barry equalise? I think they went 1-0 down, didn't they? Kusanov cuts that off there. Foden drops deep. Semenyo, picked the ball up in a bit of space there, but couldn't get his footing right. VX says, not going to lie, they do moan a lot. I still watch them, but they always bring it back to Carrick and how he's not the bloke, even if the topic is ownership, players or transfers. Yeah, I think it's harsh to wish Carrick out of a job. What more? If it wasn't Carrick, and if it was, the thing is, if you take names away from this situation, you're purely judging Carrick off of a lack of experience, which anyone's going to have at this point. Carrick has actually got experience in the job that we care about, which would be being Manchester United manager. He's got experience in that from, one, he's been in the backroom staff before of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He may have learnt from that. He may have learnt lessons. He may learn what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do this time. How to succeed. How Ole failed. He's got experience as a Manchester United player. He's played under the most successful manager that ever was. So there is experience there. You've just got to want to see it, haven't you? You've just got to want to be positive. What you could also do is you could take names away from it. Okay, Carrick's an ex-player, and there's a lot of agendas against Carrick, against ex-players in general, and rightly so for some of them. I don't necessarily agree with some of the ex-players' opinions, but take Carrick's name away from it, like I just said, and give blank canvases. If you tell me that anyone comes in and does the job that Carrick's done, experienced or not, you'd give them the job. So why would you judge Carrick any differently? That's my view on it. Vic says, I'd rather have 4 more years of Trump than watch United win the league. Arteta had no experience, says Barat. I don't think it is anymore, Lewis. I think that might have been sorted. I haven't seen any more of that since. But yeah, I think it's harsh to judge Carrick based on who he is, other than what he's done. I think you should judge a book by what's actually inside it, not just by the cover. Semenyo brings it down in the box, cleared by Mateta. Doku's on now for City. Bernardo, look at that work rate from Bernardo Silva. Incredible work rate from Bernardo Silva. All the way back there to regain control for City again. Gay passes into Ake. Ake's come on now for Kusanov. Oh no, not for Kusanov. Kusanov is still on. Ake's gone left back. For Vario. Oh, Gaz says the roof does still leak at Old Trafford. Semenyo. Foden. Oh, City trying to pass it into the net here. Doku. Marmoush. Shoots. And that's wide. Henderson had his angles covered there anyway. I feel like City were doing too much there. Someone just needed to pull the trigger. Kusanov with a great little dribble. Finds Phil Foden. Phil Foden passes it on. I think Aït-Nouri, he should have possibly shot there with his right foot instead of turning. But got the shot off in the end. Marmoush just wide of the target. Ismail Sarr's coming on for Palace now, and Hughes comes off. God, he's he's older than the Titanic, I think, Hughes, isn't he? Mateta comes off as well, and Strand Larsen comes on, Adam Wharton and Ismail Sarr. I know, fish face. So Palace getting the big boys on now with half hour to go. Can they get anything from this game? Can they retrieve anything from this? Wharton with his first touch straight away for Palace. Gay headed into Bernardo. Bernardo does well to keep it on. Richards will header that into Wharton. Nice little flick there. Bernardo's there to retrieve it again. He's been unreal tonight, Bernardo Silva. I can't believe how much of a huge part of City this season Bernardo Silva's been. Strand Larsen straight into action. Tries the ball across the box. Donnarumma will pick that up nice and easy. Half an hour left here. I think he's offside, Strand Larsen, anyway. Nice ball through though by Wharton. That's what I like about Wharton, is he doesn't just give you that defensive defensive attributes. He's also contributes in terms of attack as well. Foden, switch of play to Doku. Doku, nice little touchdown. Ake. All the way back to Gay now. City are in no rush to force anything. Very hard to pressure City, isn't it? They are very difficult to pressure. Sean says Scotland will go to the World Cup final. Oh, I'm not sure about that, Sean. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, VX, you're probably right there. I could see Mbappe playing for Bayern Munich. Ooh, misplaced pass there from Bernardo. Sarr, good save from Donnarumma. Didn't get a lot of power on that Sarr. Bernardo's put 1 foot wrong tonight, and that was it. Dodgy pass from Bernardo. Sarr with some good pace there, gets well ahead of Ake, but terrible shot into Donnarumma. I don't know, what is the situation with Ake? I don't rate Ake. Foden does well under pressure by Wharton. Great ball back out by Foden into Savinho. Semenyo touches in. Past Lacroix, all the way over to Doku. Say Dallo. Doku, can he get a cross in? Cuts it back to Aït-Nouri, back to Doku, into Ake. Ooh. Foden, I thought was fouled, but ref played on, and Foden's now fouled Lerma. Welcome in, Talia. Lacroix into Munoz, back to Richards, back to Lacroix. Oh, wasteful that. It's wasteful. Palace are just wasteful. Gay for City, into Kusanov. Finds Savinho, cut out though. Lamar with a good turn. Gay fouls Strand Larsen. Complains about it, but it's definitely a foul. That's the frustrating thing about Gay, is he's too physical, he's not smart enough. Sometimes. Wharton stands over the free kick for Palace. I wonder what Wharton will do this summer. I wonder if Wharton will stay at Palace. Or will he look to get a move? Will he look to get a move as well? He could play for a big club, Wharton. I could see him somewhere like Chelsea, but I don't think Chelsea need another DM. Does anyone know where Bernardo is going to go at the end of the season? Donnarumma plays into Gay. Yeah, or Liverpool, that's a good shout. Wharton, good touch and turn there. The ball, though, is not great. Goes straight through to Donnarumma. Or Rodri replacement. Yeah, Rodri's missing more and more every season now, isn't he? I think City should really look to replace him soon, maybe. City are just so... Pep is just so good at adapting. He's such an adapting manager, isn't he? Barca on a free. How does he fit into that Barca midfield, though? I think it's absurd. VX says, I'm hoping Barca pay more for Rashford now after the El Clasico. I think it's absurd that they're not paying for him. I think it is absurd. Considering the amount of game time he gets, the stats that he's got there are really, really good. I don't understand. They must be broke. Barca must be broke. Why would you not? But this is where United needs to play hardball now, because Barca won't want to not have Rashford. There's no way they won't want Rashford. So United need to stick to their guns and say, no, if you're not paying the fee that we agreed, then you're not getting him. You're not getting him on another loan deal, because what good is that for us? We get to pay half his wages for another season, and then he just goes to you next season when you can afford him. No, I don't think that's fair. I don't think United should buy into that at all. We should take advantage of the fact that he's done well at Barca and force them to pay the money, because they will want to pay the money, and I think they will, but we've got to play hardball. We've got to try and be clever with it. Foden does very well, wins the ball back for City in a good position. Oh, Marmoush, Savinho's touch isn't great. Breaks it down for City. Wharton now in a good position for Palace. Great ball from Wharton. That is brilliant from Adam Wharton. Dragged wide though. Oh, that's terrible. Who's that? Brennan Johnson. That is shocking. That's absolutely awful from Brennan Johnson. What a ball from Adam Wharton. The run initially by Brennan Johnson is brilliant. The touch out is poor, and then the cross is like something I could never ever imagine. Josh says that they're over £1 billion in debt, Holly. They've had issues registering players. Yeah, and why should United be held to account because of that? I get that we want the player gone. The player wants to go. But we should not be the ones paying the price for that. We should not be paying half of Rashford's salary for another season because Barca can't afford to do it right now. Sorry, but we're not Make-A-Wish. Not charity. Barca should have been more clever with their money. Oh. Marmoush tries a little touch there, but Aït-Nouri can't get to it quick enough. Ismail Assar tries a ball forward. Bernardo will intercept that. Norway are winning it all, says Sean. So is it a Norway-Scotland final then, Sean? Aït-Nouri drives forward for City now. No urgency on him though. City happy to just sit back. 2-0 up, very much in control. 20 minutes left. Kusanov tries to cross in. Blocked by Lacroix, only as far as Doku. Doku tries a ball into Semenyo. Ismail Assar now wants to drive for Palace. Finds Munoz. Wharton. Great ball out wide to Mitchell. Mitchell, God knows. Palace are shambolic in the final third. Shambolic. Mitchell and Brennan Johnson just not been good enough. Fishface says the first 10 days of the World Cup when there's 3 games a day is so good, can't wait. Me too, Fishface, me too. I just hope the times aren't too shitty. Which I don't think they will be, I don't think it will be. Ake tries the ball forward, goes out for a throw-in. Pep is not happy about that. Pep is fuming. Oh my goodness. He's going mental, Pep on the side. I don't blame him either though. Simple football, just keep the ball. Like, Palace are putting no pressure on you whatsoever, just keep the ball. He's going nuts. Yeah, Rick says we don't pay Rashford's wages. Barca pay it all, but he to a wage reduction, I think. But the thing is, though, Rick, if we wait another season, this season we could get 30 million for Rashford. If 30 million euros, if we wait another season, Rashford gets a year older, potentially doesn't have as good of a season, or it's a risk because he could have a better season. But I just think we need to just cut that off now. Brennan Johnson with a corner for Palace. Can Palace get something back here? It's definitely not over, and I think that's what Pep's frustrations are, as City are kind of, especially the subs that have come on, are kind of playing as if they've just got all the time in the world, and they have got all the time in the world, but they can't be careless with the ball either. Doku in good position here for City, waiting for the overlap by Aït-Nouri. Is he going to use it? No, cuts inside and goes all the way back to Ake. No need to play long balls, I think Pep's argument is. Pep's still raging over the Irons results, says VX. Savinho with the throw in for City. Passes it on to Kusanov. Can Kusanov do long throws? Brennan Johnson finally makes way for Palace. That has been a long time coming, that sub. Not been good enough tonight by any means, Brennan Johnson. VX says, Holly, rank in order from best to worst this season. Lamens, Cunha, Sesko and Mbuemo. Ooh, a good question that, VX. I'm going to go from best to worst. I'm going to go Lamens best. Then I'm going to go... it's difficult between Cunha and Sesko. I'm going to go Lamon's best, Sesko, because he's been our top... No, I'll go Lamon's... Oh, I really don't know. Definitely Lamon's, and then in Mbeumo I'm going to go worst. Not worst, but worst out of them. I'm going to go Lamon's. Oh, that's tough, that. That's tough, that. I think Cunha's a very important player for us, but I think we miss Sesko. We miss Sesko when he's out. I'll go Lamon's, Cunha, Sesko and Mbeumo. Why not? What would you say about that, VX? What would you guys say about that? Foden, good composure there. Dribbles it all the way back to Donnarumma. Julie says, Pep needs to stop spitting. His tongue's never in his head, the dirty pig. I think so. I agree, Julie. I agree. Josh would say Lamon's, Cunha, Sesko and Mbeumo. So same as me then, Josh. I just think Lamon's has been incredible. Not just himself, but for us as a team. For us as a team, just to have that stable goalkeeper behind us. Savinho, well defended there by Palace. Cleared only as far as Ake. Donnarumma into Gay. Can't see Palace getting anything out of this. Now, if they're going to leave it this late. Spitty Pep, says Gaz. Donnarumma. Finds Savinho, back to Gay. Semenyo now got loads of space in front of him. Doku wants it. Terrible ball from Semenyo. Terrible. Wharton reads that like a book. Terrible. I don't know. It looks like... Fishface says, why is his spit so white? It's bloody disgusting. I don't... It looks like chewing gum. But it's not chewing gum. It's genuinely spit. How on earth? It must be like nicotine or something. Rick says, I agree. Definitely needs to be sold this season. I'd add on 10 million. Rashford's worth 35 mil all day long. Josh says Lamon's has that winning mentality which we desperately need. I mean, take the Sunderland game for a prime example. If we didn't have him in goal, I dread to think what the score would have been. Oh, Sunderland should have won that 3 or 4-0. Sunderland should have been 2 or 3-0 up in the first half. I couldn't believe that we come away from that game with a point. Cherky comes on for City. Marmoush makes way. And Bernardo will come off as well for Kovacic. Brilliant game from Bernardo. Another brilliant game from Bernardo. And a good game from Marmoush as well. Pep will be pleased with that, I think. Fully rested Erling Haaland as well. Ready for Saturday. Bernardo's handed over the captaincy armband to Ake, which is strange, but... Would you give it to Ake over, like, Phil Foden? All good, Macronicle. I hope you're well. Macronicle, sorry. Eight Nori throws into Foden. Switch from Eight Nori. Bit of a... I thought it was a bit of a risky one, but not really. Kusanov. Lovely ball from Kusanov into Cherky. Cherky with a heavy touch. Kovacic recovers it though. Great ball from Kovacic into Semenyo. Blocked by Palace, only as far as Savinho. I think Haaland's one of them unhateable players, isn't he, VX? I'm well, Arsenal fan here and didn't even bother watching tonight. Win our next 2 games and this means shit. That's it, Macronicle. You just got to think. You just got to worry about what's ahead of you. Don't worry about City. Let City make their own mistakes if they're going to make any. You Arsenal just focus on beating what's in front of you. 4.6 subscribers. 4.6 thousand subscribers. Well in. Well in. Oh, Donnarumma gives it away. Kovacic. Kamada goes down. But I think the ref's given Kamada the yellow for diving. Donnarumma, what were you doing there, pal? No idea. Kamada goes down. Yeah, that's a dive. Kovacic. Oh, is it? Is that? Yeah. I don't know. He's been carded anyway for a dive. Kovacic just doesn't do enough, I don't think, for a foul. Donnarumma, what were you doing there? No, play on, says the ref. It will be Donnarumma's free kick. John Stones coming on for City. Munoz comes on for Klein. Comes off for Klein. 9.5 for a dive. No worries, Crispy. Have a lovely evening. We'll see you soon, Crispy. Foden comes off. See, Foden was wearing the armband. I thought that Foden should probably have it over Ake. Foden was wearing it, and now passes it over to Stones. Great game from Foden there. Great game. Yeah, that was poor from Cunha. That was poor from Cunha that the other day, Stuart. The worst thing is, if Cunha stayed on his feet, we might have had an opportunity. Sarr plays it into Wharton. Wharton with a great ball again. And Strand Larsen should score there. Wharton has been absolutely robbed. What a lovely ball in from Wharton. Outside of the foot. Flick round the corner. Strand Larsen should at least be getting that on target. At least be getting that on target. That is absolutely poor. But what do you expect for an ex-Wolves player? He should have stayed at Wolves. Ake into Kovacic. Pressed by Wharton, but Kovacic breaks through. Cherky now. Good feet from Cherky. Completely avoids a challenge from Wharton. Still Cherky. Finds Savinho. 3-0. Cherky. What an assist from Cherky. What an impact from Cherky off the bench. 3-0. Savinho with a great finish. And for Cherky to beat that challenge from Wharton there on the attack and then carry it up with an absolute perfect pass into Savinho with a great finish. What a performance from City, to be fair. They've barely come out of second gear, but it looked, they've been in complete control all evening. Complete control all evening. 3-0. 3-0. And City, yet again, do the job. You do the job and they lead in goal difference, making it even more interesting. Look at Cherky, look, he holds the ball for the perfect amount of time. That is a really tough pass as well to make. The pass is more difficult than the goal. That would have been important for Pep, that goal difference. But they still need Arsenal to slip up. Great finish from Savinho. They still need Arsenal to slip up. And that's asking for a lot. What a finish. What a pass. The pass was ridiculous. Cherky could be ridiculous. He could be he already is ridiculous, but he could be something special. He could be something very special. Arsenal players, no fear, hit Burnley 3-0 now, says Lucky Singh. Just makes the Arsenal game on Monday even more interesting, doesn't it? I still think, though, Arsenal will be comfortable enough against Burnley. Savinho, good feet, it's done very well. Nobody in there, though. Still back to Savinho. Ain't Nori. Doku. Dispossessed by Wharton. Strand Larsen gives it back to City, though. He's useless. He is absolutely useless. Cherky flicks over the top to Savinho. Oh, it's almost a second for Savinho. Another lovely ball from Cherky. Great little flick over the top from Cherky. Why is no one there? Why is no one there to finish it? Savinho was obviously going to try and cross that. Got cramp now. As it stands, City are a goal ahead of Arsenal in goal difference, but still 2 points behind. I think can't forget that. Pep has so much spit. I don't understand it. I don't understand why he has so much spit. Throw in for Palace. Etihad's emptying now. LaCroix. Ball into Klein. Cherky, good feet, Cherky. Semenyo loses it. Wharton. Ball over the top from Wharton in towards Strand Larsen. VX says, "Oh, where'd you get those memorabilia behind you from? Looking to decorate my bedroom." We've got... My partner actually makes them, VX, behind. So if you're ever interested, if anyone's ever interested in any of this artwork behind, search HA Prints 4 on Etsy and you'll see everything. We've got United, Chelsea, Liverpool, all Premier League teams basically. So if you guys are ever interested in getting yourself some of these prints that I have behind me, then go and get involved on there. HA Prints 4. Let me put it in the chat. I've got a new one actually. She's just done one, she's just done a Sesko one. So I'm going to swap Ahmad out for Sesko. Now I'm going to swap Ahmad for Sesko. Just because I like to change it up a bit. Lamans, Cherky and Xhaka. Josh's top 3 signings are. Mine would be... Cherky's definitely got to be one, hasn't he? Cherky's definitely got to be one. Mine would be Cherky, Cherky. It's difficult, that, isn't it? Very difficult. Strand Larsen, I think he's offside. Needs to get it to Sarr anyway. Does get it to Sarr. Sarr lets it run too wide, and Donnarumma will pick that up. Simple enough. I know, VX, I feel bad, but only because I like to switch it up, that's all. I get a feeling Ahmad not going to be with us next season. I think that would be emotional from Ahmad if he did that, but it's up to him, isn't it? He might struggle to realise to feel where he fits in, but I think he'd want to. I know Sunderland are looking to maybe make a move for him, but Ahmad will want to play Champions League football, and Ahmad can play Champions League football. He's just in a bad run of form. I hope that he can recover it though, because I do like Ahmad. $50 million for Ahmad though. Or Savinho's still got cramps, got to come off. He's got to come off. Yeah, I think so, BX. I think so. I do like Ahmad. And we know how good we know how good Ahmad can be. Savinho's got to come off because this cramp situation is not getting any better. I think City have used all their subs though. Kusanov gives away a foul to Lemar. LaCroix for Palace. Desperate for a long ball, LaCroix. Etihad is almost empty at this point. City win a foul in a good area. Cherky. Me too, Daniel. Cherky plays it into Kovacic. Aït-Nouri back to Kovacic, back into Aït-Nouri. Cherky tries the ball forward, cut out by LaCroix. Two minutes left of 5 added minutes. Gay, Kovacic into Cherky. Cherky's in no rush. Great ball forward. Can Semenyo get there ahead of Mitchell? Does. Savinho loses it. Doku shoots, blocked by Klein. Cherky does very well. Aït-Nouri puts it back out to Kovacic. Doku. Cherky. Aït-Nouri. Good football this from City. Kovacic. He wants to put it out wide to Semenyo. Semenyo heavy touch. That's where Semenyo just lets himself down sometimes, is that heavy touch. Everyone's tired tonight. Where City are so strong, Semenyo's touch just lets him down. Phil Foden's player of the match. Could have guessed that. Wharton picks up in a good position for Palace. Finds Kamada. Kamada shoots, blocked by City. Blocked by Stones, I think it was. Handball, but I think his arm will be in a natural position. Does completely come off his hand though. And it was going in. But his hand's down by his side, so can't ask much more than that. Corner comes in, Kamada, good corner as well. Oh, Donnarumma, he's got nobody around him. Why don't Palace try and... Doku beats Klein to the ball. Oh, he just can't get out of his feet though. And that's it. Manchester City 3, Palace 0. Go 1 goal ahead of Arsenal in goal difference. So that is still very much up for grabs. If Arsenal were to drop points on Monday against Burnley, huge game for Arsenal. I predict Arsenal will be fine. The finish line is very much in sight. So, made £166 off PSG to win. Well in, Dixie. Well in. Thank you all for joining me this lovely evening. I will see you all on Saturday if you're around for the FA Cup final. So please do join me then. It's been very enjoyable tonight as always. You're all incredible. Yeah, I'll be live on Saturday. So I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care, guys. Have a lovely rest of your week and see you soon.